In terms of pro wrestling, one of the very early examples is Tag Team Wrestling, released in 1983 for the arcade and later for the Famicom and NES. While it was not associated with any of the pro foundations at the time, it pretty much was the first recorded game of its type, being a simple tag team wrestling game where you face AI opponents, and it had very basic grapple moves and timed inputs. I mean, there were 2 buttons, you could really only do so much. Now, later developed by Nintendo in 1987, we would get Pro Wrestling on the NES, also not affiliated with any pro organization. This was a great game for the time and laid some of the most basic groundwork for future wrestling games. It introduced stamina mechanics, finishing moves, and of course, individual wrestling. Now, for basketball and football, we have some very similar basic starts. First, we have basketball for the arcade, released in 1974, being a very basic intro into simulation basketball, with a top-down view and 2-player gameplay. Now, the more popular example is basketball for the Atari 2600, released in 1978, which, laid the groundwork, and we're proud of it for that, aren't we? Like I said, football has a very similar experience, with football being also released in 1978 for the Atari and arcade, once again a very basic arcade-style game that focused on quick, simple gameplay. But I do think it's pretty cool because the arcade version actually featured trackball controls, which is one of my favorite pieces in controller history.